The new store will be called Union Marketplace and will open in the fall when students come back to start the new school year. Due to an overwhelming response from a Cubs survey, it will provide a variety of items and be conveniently open till midnight 7 days a week. After the great horned owl was found, it was taken back here to the WSU College of Veterinary Medicine to be examined. And after it was healthy again, it was lifted back into its nest in a tree by Lincoln Middle School. President Elson Floyd held a public budget forum earlier today in the Cub Auditorium where he gave an update on the budget as well as took questions from the audience to try and clear up any uncertainty as the university moves forward. A new tradition has inspired some Cougar football members to play harder and hopefully gain an extra edge going into this week's Apple Cup. As the sports teams at Washington State take their respective fields or courts, regardless of their win-loss record, they all have one thing in common: possessing Cougar pride. To symbolize the Cougar pride on campus, the school put a 15-foot bronze sculpture right outside of Martin Stadium nearly 2 years ago. This year, the football team decided to incorporate the statue into their pregame routine by getting dropped off there before heading over to the field house, and the players appreciate the fan involvement.
I love the amount of fans that we get to see as soon as we arrive for the home games. It just shows the amount of love and support we have, and the Pullman faithful, how loyal they are. We love you guys as fans.
The 4,500-pound statue was commissioned by 1971 grad Gary Schneidmiller. He wanted to honor his father as well as his mother, who still attends all of the home football games. And of course, he wanted to preserve the tradition of Butch for years to come.
Everyone's making that commitment to what this place stands for, and especially where they have that Browns Cougars, where the old real Butch used to be. And I just think it symbolizes, the past and of all the great years and what's to come too.
And despite the team's recent struggles, the Cougar pride on campus hasn't wavered a bit. With the passion that fans as well as players show on game day, Toomer tells us what the players take away from touching the statue that's an extra edge in the game.
Just touching the Cougar paw, kind of like a good luck or a little bit of Cougar pride to rub off on you in the game.
For Cougars All Access, I'm Riley Corcoran. A motorcyclist is found shot.
A fence divides campus.
And the Cougs look to sweep Gonzaga. For all your local stories, sports, and weather, stay tuned for Table 8 News right now. New changes have been made at Spokane International Airport that went into effect earlier this morning. The construction project is now underway to change the airport's main runway due to new mandatory FAA regulations. The runway is closed so crews can improve the line of sight for aircrafts. Because of the closure, the airport will divert air traffic to an alternate runway, and that means landing planes have to fly over Spokane South Hill. Phase 1 of both the runway and parking project should be finished by Friday. The construction on the runway will continue until late October. Tri-Delts aren't the only ones making a difference in the area. A boy who is attempting to earn his Eagle Scout Award is making a huge impact in Spokane Valley. 14-year-old Sean Lionace and his fellow Boy Scouts began building a greenhouse Saturday morning at the Hutton Settlement in the Spokane Valley. The settlement houses 32 children who have nowhere else to go. Children can choose to stay at Hutton until they graduate high school if needed. Hutton is financing a majority of the cost of constructing the greenhouse. The project is estimated to cost about $10,000. With Republicans gaining ground all over the country, President Barack Obama says he's willing to compromise with the Republican Party. After the GOP took over the House and gained seats in the Senate in the election yesterday, Obama says he's willing to listen to their views on the issues of tax cuts and energy policy. The president also admitted that voters are frustrated with the sluggish pace of trying to revive the economy, and that was the main reason for the Republican takeover in the House. It was nasty outside today with poor visibility. Will that be a recurring theme for this week? I'm Riley Corcoran, and I'll have your answer after the break. Welcome back. Today, a nice fall day, 49 degrees, winds coming out of the southeast at 9 miles an hour. That's going to be a recurring theme for the week ahead. Tonight, mostly cloudy, 36 degrees, not quite freezing temperatures yet. Again, winds coming out of the southeast at 10 miles an hour. So moving to the west side, the temperatures were a little bit higher, but again, more rain in Seattle, 48 degrees, Olympia and Vancouver, 47 and 45. Looking at the 5-day forecast, you'll see Wednesday is going to be nasty, up to a 1/4 inch of precipitation. Thursday and Friday as well. The weekend's looking a little bit more promising though. Saturday reaching 35 degrees with no chance of rain, and Sunday just a little bit. That's it for weather. Back to you at the desk.